Welcome to the Love Sessions. I'm Nori. I'm here with my co-host Lily, and we were just about to brainstorm our conversation, and we decided to turn record on. So you're going to hear us kind of brainstorming into it because it's such a juicy topic, right? So, hi, Lil.
Hey, Nori.
I love this. Mm.
Yeah, I like this. We're just recording it as it happens. Yeah.
So we had a topic previously that was the difference between being nice and being kind, and that was born out of some situations where there were, just some uncomfortable relationship stuff that was kind of people bumping up against each other, and And how long do you put up with somebody? I don't know, let's say somebody's kind of coming for you, right? They've got an issue and they're not being straight with you, like, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation. But they're more acting out, with little nippy behaviors and little things to kind of get your attention in not a positive way. How do you choose to deal with that? My default at times has been to just be nice, right? Until I can't be nice anymore. And and then there's kindness, which being kind could include not necessarily being nice. Being kind could include just going, full bore into the truth of what this situation is, flying psychic darts and all. And that might not be so comfortable. So it might not be air quote nice. Am I on a track that feels good, Lil?
I'm stuck on the flying psychic darts. You know how visual I am. I'm just like, ooh,
Sorry.
duck.
Yeah, but there was lots of, that's what people do. Some people do when when they're really expert at um I'm just gonna say it, when they're really expert at being the kind of people that like to fight, um
Oh, yeah.
like have a habit of fighting with their husband for years, and the fight is the relationship, right? So people who are really good at that develop some tactics, like, like peeking out from around the doorway, launching a psychic dart, and then going and getting back in the other room. Like, wait, what just happened here? So yeah, I thought I'd elaborate on the psychic darts, Lil.
No, I love it because, like I said, you know how visual I am. I'm just like seeing them flying around, like, oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah, those are darts for sure. But a lot of people do it, and maybe it happens more in the workplace, because people are busy, and psychic darts tend to get thrown in the workplace anyway. But when you're in a relationship with somebody and their manner of communicating is not necessarily the manner that you communicate, and while they're doing things to you that is lessening your well-being, right? It's making, they're injecting themselves into your day, they're pulling you off track, they're distracting you, and that starts to build up after a while, and niceness would eventually have to give way. Either you need to extract yourself from the situation, or just take the path of kindness and be truthful and direct, or
yeah, there's so much there.
there is.
I'm thinking, one thing to realize is for a lot of people, that is their default.
Yes.
Aggression is their default. Picking a fight, sort of, or a debate, or almost a sort of, I'm right, you're wrong
Yeah.
kind of stance. That's their default. And that could be generational. That could be something that they learned. That's how their family dealt with situations. And that's just the only thing that they know. So
Right.
that's one thing. Um, but then how do you deal with people like that. And um, like in the beginning, I know you mentioned we were kind of trying to recapture
Yeah.
a conversation that we had had previously. And it sort of, we were talking about the difference between being nice and being kind.
Yeah.
And, I threw out there, nice is sort of a dirty word. Um, really?
Explain that.
Well, what I mean is so many of us, um, were brought up, and I still hear people with like their children saying be nice, be nice.
Mhm.
And so many of us were brought up that way, especially women, but men too, with that, be nice kind of. You
Mhm.
get the look and the tone, like just be nice, which sometimes really puts you end up putting yourself in a very difficult and disempowered
Mhm.
situation. And in reality, it doesn't help the situation any, because it keeps that balance off.
Right.
So there can never be any real resolutions going on, because that one person is busy being aggressive
Yes.
and shooting those darts, as you say, picking fights or whatever, because that's all they know.
Right.
And then you're over here just trying to be nice, trying to be nice, trying to be nice. So nothing ever gets resolved.
Clenching your teeth, trying to be nice.
Yeah. Like, be nice, or be a good girl, be a nice little girl, that whole thing, versus being kind. Being a kind person is much more powerful and empowering,
Mm,
and can certainly give you a better stance to deal with that situation, because we're never trying to change the other person. It's
right.
never about that.
No.
That's a battle that is just futile. Don't do it. It's how you take care of yourself. And being kind to yourself and to the other person and to the situation is way more empowering than the whole, I'm doing the air quotes thing here, be nice. Because be nice sort of implies that you let them get away with it.
True.
Yeah. And nothing gets resolved.
Exactly.
Right. So, but if you're kind, then you're kind to yourself, and you kind of say, okay, um, what can I do
Right.
to deflect what's coming at me, to work with what's coming at me, and to get a resolution that works for everybody here without this, being a whole ugly debacle.
Right. Right. And I love that we're doing the love sessions because some of us may not have thought about this in advance, and now after a love session like this, you can almost be prepared, so you're not going to get bushwhacked, right? To use Christy's language, you're not going to get blindsided when somebody starts nipping at you or trying to aggravate you, and you either, right, fight or flight. Many people just disappear, get away from the person. So it's so cool because now we can be a little bit practiced in not what we're going to do, but in our decision making process at that moment, right? Like, oh my God, hold on, let me pull this psychic dart out of my shoulder. Okay, now, oh, this is what that love session was about. What do I want to do? How do I want to handle this? Is it worth it to me to be kind and to have the conversation with this person? Is it worth it? Is it going to be productive? Do I have the time right now that I want to do it? Or do I need to put it off? And even if you're not nice or you just walk away from that person, you're so right, Lil. Just having gone through that process of thinking it through, you are so much more empowered than when you're standing there with the muscles in your cheeks clenching, because we're being nice instead of being kind.
Yeah, it definitely can change everything. And like you said, it can give you that moment to just think about, is this even a situation that I need to engage in at any level? Does Do I need a resolution out of this, because there's something that I actually need in order to go on with my day, or
Right.
to finish something else that's being done or whatever? Or is this just something that I can just, kind of do this? We mentioned this last time, smile and nod and just leave it alone.
Smile and nod. Smile. I love that. Smile and nod is a new energy tool. We're gonna have to enter that into
It
the
works.
Akashic
It works.
records. Smile and nod. Absolutely. And I love that. And in defense of the people who you mentioned, that could be ancestral, it could be the only thing that they know. It's not like they're really intentionally targeting you. Sometimes they're not intentionally targeting you and going, oh, I'm coming for Lily today. It's just what they know and just what they do. But one of the other things I'd love to mention, because this is the love sessions, is that if you're one of those people who have that real sensitive trigger finger, and you go off pretty easily, and you're noticing that going off pretty easily or sending psychic darts or whatever it is isn't really serving you anymore, it's making you more unhappy than happy, because of the results. You can unlearn that. We can unlearn those behaviors and choose to nod and keep walking, or any of the other amazing tools that you have, Lil. We can choose to change that for ourselves.
We can, absolutely. We absolutely can. And it will feel, really, it's the choice of, do I want to feel better?
Yeah.
It's that simple, asking that, do I want to feel better? Because that whole aggression coming at people, um, with an offense, because you feel like, they're going to come at you.
Mhm.
So you got to get there first or whatever.
That's
That's not
right.
comfortable.
That's right. Oh my God, that was so well said. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not comfortable. Oh my goodness, Lil, I love this.
Yeah, that this is what we do here at the Love Sessions. Try to take everyday situations and make them easier, make them, um I'm making up a word here, handleable.
I like it. I love made up words. Yes.
Yes.
Make it handleable. And handleable is such a great word, because every moment, at every given moment, something new, some new stimulus, some new stimuli, some person, some dog, situation, something you hear is going to challenge us to choose how we're going to react to it.
Yeah,
Right? And
yeah.
if we just do some of the things, there's really juicy stuff. And I mean, it's not wasted on me. I need it too. Do some of the things that we mentioned in today's session. Everything will be handleable.
Yeah, it's always a choice. It's always a choice, and we all get those choices constantly. I do too. Being, and that was a whole other topic that we talked about, and we probably will talk about again, but being spiritual doesn't make it easier at all. We still encounter the same situations and the same things that stress us out and trigger us. So it's just making a choice, using some tools to make it easier on ourselves first, and then on other people in the situation.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Lil, thank you so much. This has just uplifted my day. I love talking with you. I love doing our love sessions, and thank you for indulging this topic with me.
Yeah, it's a great topic, and we might revisit it again. And definitely, as always, we'd love to see any comments, thoughts on what we talked about. Share. The listeners are invited to definitely share their experiences with us, because that's how we learn and grow. And in the meantime, don't forget to like us and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the Love Sessions.